You may remember a San Francisco couple who got fined more than $1,500 for parking in their own driveway. Well, now 3 years later, the city is cutting through the red tape on some outdated rules dictating how residents can use their property.
Hallelujah.
Ed and his wife Judy are relieved the city of San Francisco is finally amending a law that quite literally kicked them to the curb for more than a year.
This sat empty for, 18 months?
After 36 years of parking in their own driveway, the city suddenly told them it's illegal unless it's accompanied by a garage or a cover.
Absurd.
It's absurd. It's like somebody just made up a rule.
And that rule was not cheap. The couple was cited in July 2022. They received a notice in the mail threatening to move their car or else face a fine of more than $1,500 plus added daily penalties. Why?
That was deemed illegal because of the beautification, desire for the neighborhood.
But ironically, the result wasn't pretty. It just created more of a parking eyesore. And it gets worse. If you walk over to their next door neighbors,
because they have a garage door, they could park in their driveway and not get a ticket for that.
Now, following 7 on Your Side's reporting, the city wants to reverse all the nonsense back to some common sense policies.
It felt a bit embarrassing that this was a regulation that we still had on the books here in San Francisco. Again, I don't feel like it reflects our values in San Francisco anymore.
Elizabeth Waddy is the city's director of current planning. She says this started as a part of Mayor Daniel Lurie's Permit SF initiative and became his first directive as mayor.
So the city is modernizing its rules to amend the planning code so that homeowners can park in their driveway and no longer receive violations under the planning code.
This whole pad right here.
So this means Ed and Judy can legally park peacefully in their driveway without any carport or expensive fencing. Same with this neighbor and this neighbor. But the city is still enforcing some rules.
You still cannot park on the sidewalk.
Like this one, the city does not allow any car to cross over the property line. That would be in violation. They want all sidewalks to be clear and accessible.
Plus, the city's planning department says only up to 2 vehicles can be parked in the driveway. Those in violation won't get off easy. You're looking at a fine of more than $1,700. Mayor Daniel Lurie told 7 on Your Side it shouldn't be controversial to say this. The city should not fine residents for parking in their own driveways. It's your driveway. Park in it if you want to.
It's nice to see city government actually listening and paying attention and responding.
Even if it took 3 years.
Why did it take so long?
That's a great question. It shouldn't have taken this long, but I would say under Mayor Lurie's administration, the pressure has really been on to think about these pragmatic, common sense improvements.
For Ed and Judy, it's better late than never.
To me, it's, quality of life includes a lot of things in a city, and one of them is being able to park.
Welcomed relief. Well, right now, enforcement is all complaint-based, which the city says has led to some unfair treatment on who gets cited and who doesn't. Now, Mayor Lurie's directive will waive all existing complaint violations, relieving more than 100 residents from having to go through what Ed and Judy did. The amendment will be introduced after Labor Day.
Oh, okay. Stephanie, you mentioned this as part of the mayor's initiative on the permit process. And is it accurate to say that we have one of the worst permitting processes?
That's true. It's been long criticized for being slow and too expensive. And so this is why Mayor Lurie said this was his first directive as mayor once he assumed office. He wanted to tackle this. And this parking rule is just one of many examples they plan to tackle and cut through the red tape, as they say. So they want to hear from residents, and they actually ask to hear from them via their website, sf.gov/permitsf. They have a portal where you can describe issues going on in your neighborhood, and they'll get back to you.
Nice to see solving some of these bureaucratic problems.
Exactly.